Hi TC, today is Sunday, August 2nd, 2020. It's Super Dwarf Sunday, but you don't feel like engaging with us because I suspect you're going to shed, which is why you have been inactive and pretty much MIA for the last couple of weeks. Your nose looks crinkly. I'm gonna have to do today's episode without you, but you just take it easy. And when you're feeling active and are ready to get back out and about, we will do our Super Dwarf Sunday wrap up after 1 year of you being with us. What do you think about that? Okay, I'm out of here. Hi everyone, I am Lori with Behavior Education at Spirit Keeper Equine Sanctuary, and in the first few seconds of this video, you saw Tau Seti from Reach Out Reptiles. Today is Sunday, August 2nd, 2020, and this is episode 53 of Super Dwarf Sundays. In last week's episode, which marked 1 year of Tau Seti joining our family, TC co-starred with several of our other snakes in a crossover video. It was sort of a crossover between the general educational content and entertainment content of our Super Dwarf Sunday series and the content that we put out in our training and behavior videos. It was a special request by several fellow snake enthusiasts on how to get started with choice-based handling. What is choice-based handling? It just means that you're allowing the snakes to make a choice as to whether they want to be handled or not. And if you watch the video, you'll understand a little bit more about that and how for general snakes, in other words, those snakes that aren't extremely fearful and shy, and those snakes that are not extremely outgoing, but those somewhere in the middle, is the best way to get started with choice-based handling. The reason we call it choice-based handling is that the snakes are in a captive management setting and they don't have 100% choice and control over what happens to them. We have to manage some of that. But when their handling is choice-based, it just means that they have learned to interact with us in a way that they can choose to come out of their enclosure or not, knowing that choosing to come out is going to result in some handling. So I hope that you watched that video. It is on the channel and it's just called Choice-Based Handling. As you saw in the intro to this video, Tau Seti appears to be going through an ecdysis cycle. He has been MIA for the last couple of weeks. After filming the footage for our Choice-Based Handling episode and filming the footage of him interacting with his new toy, which is that moss pole that he likes to climb up, he got up onto his shelf, his favorite shelf that he likes to sit on, and he hasn't really moved much since. Usually when that happens and he stations himself on his shelf for long periods of time or in his humid hide for long periods of time, it means that he's entering an ecdysis cycle and he's going to shed. His eyes are clear right now, so either he's already been through the blue stage or he hasn't entered it yet, but his nose looks wrinkly to me. I expect him to shed within the next week, and hopefully the following week he can interact with me and we can do our Super Dwarf Sunday wrap up. And that means that Tau Seti's been with us a year, and Tau Seti was originally sent here for us to evaluate the behavior, the temperament, and the trainability of a Super Dwarf reticulated python. I have done that for the past year in the only way that I know how, which is to compare him to the general definitions of those terms as well as to the other species of snakes that we have here. We have quite a few other species of snakes here. I believe we have 13 different snake species in all, and that includes mostly Morelia bredli and Morelia spilota, but we also have one or more representatives of the following species here. Obviously, Python reticulatus, we have Python regius, we have Epicrates maris and Epicrates synchria, we have Boa imperator / Boa sigma. What else do we have here? We have Pantherophis guttatus, we have Pituophis catnifer, we have Zamenis longissimus. We have 3 others. Who am I forgetting? Oh, we have Lampropeltis alterna, Heterodon nasticus, And I'm forgetting one. Oh, a Laphrae shrinki, which is our Russian rat snake, Sargon, who's also a really cool snake. They're all really cool snakes. And we are learning all sorts of things via training all of these different species and studying their behavior. And that brings me to a news update for Super Dwarf Sundays. For over a year now, we have been doing Super Dwarf Sundays without fail every single Sunday. Even when Taucetti hasn't been available because he's been in blue or because he just maybe ate, we've still done an episode of Super Dwarf Sunday where I've talked about various educational topics, where I've showed you footage of Taucetti's prior week or maybe photos of him in the week before, but every week, without fail, we've done a Super Dwarf Sunday episode. We are going to continue doing Super Dwarf Sundays. However, we're going to go to a once a month format for Super Dwarf Sundays. Don't worry, that doesn't mean we're not going to do a longer video every Sunday. We are going to do Serpentes Sundays. I thought about calling it Snakes on Sunday, but I like Serpentes Sundays better. It sort of has the same ring as Super Dwarf Sundays. But 3 weeks out of every month, we will do Serpentes Sundays, where we do a little bit longer video with educational content about one of the snakes that we have here. We currently have just over 70 snakes, and so we should not run out of snakes to show you or topics to cover. And then on that fourth Sunday of every month, we will go back to doing a Super Dwarf Sunday episode where we feature Taucetti. We will continue to put up shorter videos throughout the week. I try to keep the shorter videos to 2 minutes to 10 minutes, and those are going to be random topics. They could be a training topic, a behavior topic, a topic just for fun. Stand by just a minute. I have a snake going into an off-limits area. Alrighty then, this is Asgard. He's a 3-year-old albino Darwin carpet python that we got from Nerd Reptiles. Darwin carpet pythons are Morelia spilota variegata, and he's a fairly outgoing snake. I was told by Nerd that he was part of their socialization program, and he's been no problem since arriving here, and he does frequently come out of his enclosure and explore around the room. And that's what he was doing while I was making this video. However, he started going into an off-limits area, and that was underneath some enclosures. And I really like them if they're exploring around the vicinity to stay where I can see them and where I know that they're not going to get into a space that I can't easily get them out of. And the other day he got behind some enclosures, and it wasn't a problem. He came out the other side. But I would really rather not have to move enclosures and move furniture in order to get him. This particular room, and we do have snakes in almost every room of our home / facility / home office, but this particular room is pretty snake proof. For a subadult or an adult snake, it is safe for them to be loose in this room, even if I'm not in here. We've covered up every vent and hole of that sort that they could get into and escape from the room. It is safe to leave them loose in the room. I just don't like them to get behind things where it's going to take a while to get them out. Spike, one of my undocumented carpet pythons, was loose in the room for 4 or 5 weeks, and he liked to get into areas where it was hard for me to access him. And when I finally did want to use this room for other purposes and put him away, I had to move some enclosures away from the wall in order to get him. He would come out every night and explore around, but as soon as he saw me coming, he would go to his hiding place because he didn't want to go back up into his enclosure. He really likes his freedom, and so does his mate, Drusilla. rate, Asgard got me off topic. So what was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about the other videos that we produce during the week. I live and work here, and so it's very easy for me to take videos every day, and I am usually filming most of what I do with all of these snakes, and so I could literally post up several videos a day if I wanted to. I don't want to burn everybody out with that, and I don't want to burn myself out with that because I do edit the videos. I usually do post several videos throughout the week and then try to focus on a longer video for Super Dwarf Sunday, and that's what I still intend to do. I intend to put out several shorter videos midweek, which could be literally on any topic that comes up. And then on Sundays, 3 weeks out of the month, I will do Serpent Sunday. And then on the other week, I will do a Super Dwarf Sunday video. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please remember to always be kind and love your animals.